talking about Lost in Space Season 3. That's right. Coming from a Netflix junkie.
We used to cover this.
We did?
We did the first season.
We did. It was actually one of our most viewed videos on the old channel. Was the Lost in Space. Yeah, it was like the Season 1 like review and watch along or whatever.
That's right. Yeah,
they had like 40,000 views. We're like, whoa, look at that, bro! It's so awesome.
That was about the time when they started just dumping stuff all at once,
right?
And we didn't know how to handle it. We were like, well, what do we do? Do we like watch 2 episodes and then talk about it? And in the end, we ended up just kind of talking about the whole season, right?
We talked about like 5 episodes or 3 episodes or whatever, and then we made like 3 videos over the entire span of the whole season. But that first video got a ton of views.
Well, you know what? That first season was actually pretty good.
It's great.
I have to say, I have been following. I didn't follow season 2. So season 1 came out in 2018. So that tells you why we're talking about April 2018 is when the first season came out. And then the second season aired December 2019, just before the pandemic. You would think that after COVID, I would have seen the second season with nothing to watch.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I have not seen it.
No, I saw it. I saw the second season.
You saw it because I really liked the first season. My son Dax just finished the second season. Said he's excited for the third season. So I need to go back and watch the second season. So give us some information, brother. What are we expecting? Well, the news, I guess, here is just to say that they've announced for season 3 of Lost in Space.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So basically this article is just talking about like what we currently know about, Netflix's popular sci-fi, whatever. And what they said was Lost in Space currently has 2 seasons on Netflix. The series debuted 2018. Blah, blah, blah. You just said this. Here's what we know about season 3. Season 3, the Robinson family is going to be back as expected. Expect to see Molly Parker, Toby Steffens, Taylor Russell, Maxwell Jenkins, Mina Sundwell. Well, and this is the interesting part of it because look who this is. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't see season 2. Okay.
Well, no, I didn't see season 2, but I remember the character from season 1.
Right. Okay. Well, once you watch season 2, you understand why I pulled that picture up.
Okay, because she's probably not supposed to be there. Gotcha. We don't want to give any spoilers. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers. If you haven't seen it.
For the people watching or for me?
For you.
Oh, I mean, that's very sweet.
And people watching. So,
do you think they've not seen season 2? I mean, this is already should have happened.
So look what it says. The villains, June Harris and Dawn West. All right. Just so you saw season 1. He wasn't a villain, was he?
Wasn't he at the end?
Not at season 1. He was a good guy.
He wasn't.
Season 2, he was still a good guy.
And
now he's a villain.
Ooh. Okay, now you got me even more excited.
Because in season 2, some stuff happens and it shows that like he's not really a good dude, but he's also not really a bad dude. He's sort of like some dude trying to escape his natural way of living. I don't know how to explain it. Like his natural state is sort of like the super selfish, get what I gotta get for myself kind of thing, and that's it. And now he's falling in love with his family.
Mina was in DC Legends of Tomorrow for an episode.
Was she?
She played Lita.
Was she?
That's interesting. Yeah, she actually was in more than one episode. She was in 6 episodes.
I've been watching Legends lately because it's going to end this next season.
Well, when you get to their 2020 episodes, you'll see it.
Yes. And this is the interesting part. 3rd season, Lost in Space, is going to give us a great, firm finale.
Yes.
Given the remarks of the writers and relevant people, they will not leave us on a cliffhanger. Which, just be real clear, that's really important. Netflix is very good at making 3 seasons of TV. And they really don't often make more than 3 seasons.
That's a good point.
They like to button it up pretty quick.
Yeah, that's true. But although they seem pretty optimistic that they're going to start up with a new story after that. So, they're going to end it at season 3, but they're going to hopefully be able to create more stories. So they're going to be ready to go further if Netflix allows them to.
I think Netflix is going to make sure that it ends with ends properly. and then they're going to look at the numbers and see if it's worth it for them to come back for a fourth season and pay, which it's definitely going to be more money to the cast and the writers and the people that are working on it. Once you've done 3 seasons, you're not getting paid what you were getting paid in season 1. Bottom line.
Yeah, you got to.
And if you are, you have a bad agent.
True, and I think it does say something that, I'm pretty much an Amazon and Netflix guy, so the fact that this didn't like crawl up my screen actually leaves me with questions. Season 2 should have been glaring me in the face.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so
and I didn't even realize.
I completely I only went to see it not because it showed up as like, oh, this is my you recommend you watch this because you watched the first season. I went and looked for it when I saw the news on Reddit.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I guess I just didn't get there. So I would have watched it. My son it's funny. It's just a couple of days ago. He was telling me that he just finished season 2 of Lost in Space, and I went, "Oh my gosh, there's a season 2 of Lost in Space."
Yeah, it's a trippy season too.
I didn't realize they did a second season, so that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and if it's good, then I'll follow into season 3. I watched the original, not when it came out, but I watched reruns of the 60s Lost in Space. We've talked about this in the past. I like what they've done with it. They've gone with a female villain, and I think that's worked out really well for the show.
Yeah,
it was good, so I'm excited to see what happens.
And they get into her in season 2. They get more into her past and stuff, and she's not really the person that you think she is. This is from showrunner Zach Estrin. He says, "From the beginning, we've always viewed this particular story of the Robinsons as a trilogy, a 3-part epic family adventure with a clear beginning, middle, and end." I tell you, season 1 and season 2 were clear beginnings, not a whole lot of ends. I guess the middle was middle, They did fit. There was an end to the story, though, at the start of season 2. It's sort of, I don't want to say it ended it, but it definitely ended a chapter. Like, they weren't stuck on that planet anymore. And I don't want to get too much into it. But
well, they got off the planet in the first season, at the very end.
Right. And you think that they go back to that big ship, and it's a whole thing. A lot of the season takes place on the Resolute.
Oh, okay.
Am I saying that right? I don't know. Let me know if I'm saying that right. The big giant ship that all the Jupiters are in. I don't know. I don't think that it will get a season 4. I think Netflix will look at the numbers and they'll say, "Hey, this is a great for our collection. We did a good job, doing good, cool. But the numbers, the viewership of season 2 were definitely not as hot as season 1, and I think part of that reason is on Netflix for not actually telling everybody season 2 is out in the first place."
I'm really surprised that they didn't. I'm really surprised that I didn't see that, or maybe it's possible I was going through an Amazon phase and I don't know what that deal was. But if you're looking forward to season 3, then right now there's been no announcement for the date that it's coming out, but the best estimate is probably going to be sometime during July, August, or September. So it's actually coming up pretty quick. But definitely before the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, the season 2 was in March, right?
Season 2 came out in December 2019.
Oh, December.
Yeah, so it came out just before, like 3 months before COVID.
Oh, I see. Okay, it was renewed in March. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if there was just a bunch going on. Yeah, they renewed for season 3 in March. So right after that. So obviously season 2, they felt like it was good enough to get a third season. And obviously they left the story kind of hanging. So
we talk about that in our next big Popcast Prime video too. I don't think Netflix they're starting to become the beggars, and it's hard for them to be choosers. So if they have a popular IP that they can operate with, they should probably continue operating with it, because they're running out of stuff to put on Netflix.
That's true. Now they've successfully come up with new ideas for sure, and they've kind of run with things that have become pretty popular. People really like some of their Netflix, stuff they've created themselves. So, but it's kind of got a certain audience, I don't know. What do you see when you look at Netflix? I'm no longer seeing a lot of the big movies. that we're used to seeing. Now I'm seeing a lot of, Netflix original series.
I'm seeing a lot of Netflix original series, but I'm also seeing like some of their Netflix original series are not really original. Like they're creating something from something.
Right.
That's one thing too. Like we had that conversation before. Stranger Things like is owned by Netflix, but it's not 100% owned by Netflix. So there's certain IPs that they are working with that almost like how Handmaid's Tale is a Hulu original, but it's not actually owned by Hulu. It's owned by MG, or was owned by MGM.
Right. Amazon. Yeah.
Now it's owned by Amazon. So I think that, which has a whole other thing, but I think that Netflix has a lot of properties like that. Now, some stuff they paid for beginning to end, they own beginning to end, period. A lot of the Adam Sandler stuff. But there's some TV shows that they own, but they own it for now.
Got it. Yeah. There's yet to be determined. Right.
Right.
Well, we'll see what happens. I do think they own Lost in Space. So I don't know if they bought. They didn't. I don't think they bought the original stuff, but they own. This is an original. Lost in Space is original for Netflix. So, if it's successful, if season 3 is good, they should just keep going. They're going to need to keep fans. They're going to need to keep a fan base.
They might. All right. So yeah, go check it out, guys. Go check out Lost in Space.
Thanks for watching. To see the full conversation, become a member of the Popcast family. Use the link in the description below or go to our channel and click the join button. Select your tier and we'll see you at the next show.